All right. Good morning. We are live. Yay. I am so excited to be here and I'm looking on my page so I can see this go live so I can share it to a couple other places. Apologize for my voice this morning. I found it. Yay. It is a little froggy. But I am here with my beautiful friend and sweet sister, Miss Sonya Howell Barrow. I am so excited to share with you today her series of journals. And I love that, first of all, they all look amazing. You did such a great job with these
Thank
covers. So Sonya has a book, and she took her book and created journals to go with them. And I know her original thing always says be fearless, be inspired, be resilient, and be empowered, which if y'all notice the background, that spells fire, in case you didn't know. But she has a little book of quotes too that we're gonna talk about next week. And I just encourage you to look her up on Amazon. But if you see below on the ticker is her website as well as her link tree. So you can go there and get all the books from there. But today, if you will do us a huge favor and go grab these books on Kindle, the great thing about having them on Kindle is you don't have to take all these books with you, first of all, because there's 4. Although I am a journal person and I want it in my hand. However, if you're traveling, then you have it on your Kindle and you don't have to miss a day, which is great. But support my sweet sister here today. Go grab the Kindles. All you have to do, I put in the description, is her author page. So if you go to her author page, every single one of them is on her author page. I made sure this morning. And, but my beautiful friend, with all your degrees behind you, and I just love your workspace because it's so inspiring to me. I just love it. And tell us who you are and why fire.
So first off, thank you, Dr. Nicole, for hosting my book launch event today. It is greatly appreciated.
You're
And I
welcome.
also would like to thank God because without him, my author journey would not be possible. I would like to thank my children because without them, there would be no me. And I
Aw.
would like to thank my family and my friends for being supportive of my chapter in life as an author, as a published author. And I would like to thank my readers, viewers, and followers for taking the time to share my author journal with me. Journey, I should say. I'm talking about journal, so I'm saying journal. I mean to say journey. And I would like to thank me, Soldier Girl, because I hold the pen in my hand to write the future that God has for me. And so, with me saying Soldier Girl, who I am, I am
Yes.
a United States Army Chief Warrant Officer 5 retired. I'm a mother of 2 adult sons. I have a master's degree in cybersecurity from the University of Maryland, University College, now called University of Maryland Global Campus. I am a Department of Defense Information Technology professional. I am a 5 times Amazon International Best-Selling author. I am a certified life coach. I am the CEO of Soldier Day Group LLC and Soldier Day Publishing LLC. I am the founder of Entrepreneur Sonya. So, what do I do now that I'm retired? Now that I'm retired from the United States Army, I spend most of my time traveling between North America, Europe, and the Caribbean with my family and friends. Throughout my travels, I am always trying to encourage others to be the best version of themselves. And a lot of times I do that with my inspirational and motivational tagline, which is fire, igniting the joy and love within. Be fearless, be inspired, be resilient, be empowered to always live your best and blessed life. And the fire is what these journaling guides are based off of.
I love that. I love all of it. But girl, you have done so much in your life. And
Thank
I absolutely am excited every time I see on your Facebook that you are traveling, because who else? I mean, everybody dreams of being retired and traveling, but a lot of people don't. But I see your Caribbean pictures and I'm like, girl, where is she at now? And I love it. And you know, if you're embracing everything that you talk about,
you.
which is huge, because a lot of people put books out and yeah, they're books, but they're not living it. They're
Hmm.
not living what they're putting out. And the fact that you have tried to put this out, you have your book, you have your journals. And like I said, next week, we're going to talk about your other book that you have, but it's all related and it's
Yeah.
all about empowering people. And it just makes me happy to
Mm.
see you do more and more and more. And you've been in a few of the anthologies that I've been part of, and you pour that into there as well. Anytime you're in an anthology, you're pouring your fire. I love it into that as well. So I love your, I keep saying love. Today is about love, I guess. Um, your mantra is awesome,
Thank you.
you know, and it's something that if we can all try to do those things, you know, some days you're just like, yeah, be fearless. That's a huge one in itself, because how many times do we back down from something because we're too scared to do it? Being inspired, that's something that we all try. We're always looking places to be inspired, and your books, your journals is a great place to go and work on growing each of these aspects in your life. The being resilient, the being empowered. I mean, empowered to retire and travel, but then
Yeah.
spread your message as you're doing it, which I think that's great.
Yeah.
Um, why did you create these journals? What can people get out of the journals when they buy them?
So, because, okay, so each one of the journals, again, are based on my fire tagline. So, the Be Fearless journal is, oh, and by the way, before I even say that, each one of these journals have a snippet of my story. And so the Be Fearless journal has a snippet of my Be Fearless story. And also within the journals, it'll, at the beginning of it will have quotes, it'll have a letter to the reader, and then it'll have my Be Fearless story, or inspired or resilient or empowered story. And then it'll have areas where I prompt the reader to, with the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, how, why, and then how, they can be fearless in their own um, personal space of journaling within the book. So they read my story, whether it's fearless, inspired, resilient, or empowered. They read my story of either one of my fire mantras, and then they'll think about, well, when I had my fearless story, this is my story. And then they have their own personal space to write their own, you see it, their own whatever. Like, for instance, this one said when, because it's who, what, when, where, why, and how. And so it'll prompt the reader to say, I remember when I did this, and I remember why. And then it's 2 sets of the 5 W's and the how. Is in the beginning, and then moving from the past and the future. So whatever your 5 W's were in the past, the future have a different set of 5 W's. And so that's pretty much it. All four of the journals will, if you're interested in however you want to ignite your fire,
Yeah,
Personally, I think you should ignite all 4 of the fires because you will
of
love
course.
all 4 of the fires. And another thing, even before we even talk about that, because not everybody is interested in journaling. So, real quick, I want to remind everybody about journaling. Journaling helps to encourage mindfulness because it allows the writer's thoughts to remain in the present. Journaling is also beneficial for mental health, self confidence, emotional intelligence, and so much more. And then we have mindful journaling. Mindful journaling encourages writers to be present and to show up for their emotions. So, depending on if they're thinking about being fearless, they'll show up for their fearless emotions, inspired emotions, resilient emotions, empowered emotions, or all 4 of the emotions. Now, even still, somebody still might say, I don't want to journal. Well, journaling is a powerful tool for self discovery, personal growth, and well being. It is a therapeutic practice that offers many benefits from enhancing self awareness to fostering creativity and problem solving. Starting a journaling practice is easy and can be tailored to your preferences. By putting pen to paper, you embark on a journey of self exploration and transformation. So don't wait any longer. Begin your journaling adventure today and go over to Amazon and purchase Igniting Your Fire by Journaling, Volume 1,
Yep.
Be Fearless, Volume 2, Be Inspired, Volume 3, Be Resilient, Volume 4, Be Empowered.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, journaling is something that, I mean, we used to do it when we were younger. I mean, girls had diaries. Okay.
Mm.
I don't know that boys have diaries, but they had something. But the more when you put pen to paper, it gets in you more. You're visually seeing it. Your hand is actively writing out thoughts. And all of that goes into your subconscious, and all it does is grow you more in those areas. And I can honestly say I don't think any of these areas people don't need, right? We
Right.
all need a little bit more of all 4 of these aspects. And when you're journaling and writing things down, it really helps pull out maybe things that you don't remember from your subconscious. And once you put them on paper, it makes it life to your eyes and reading it. And I encourage you, once you finish one of them, go back and read it. See the differences in your before and your after, and really look at what the journal did for you. And I help people do journals, and um, just taking that little bit and even laying it out for them, I've learned enough just by seeing it in front of me. And I love to write down my thoughts. When if you have a book to write or anything like that, journaling is one of the best ways to get started, because you can get your thoughts down and then you can put it together later. But journaling is absolutely, I love how you broke down how important it is, because it really, really is. And I know that's why you created these journals. And I feel like, if you buy them, do one at a time. Don't try to do all 4 at once. Um, when you get done with one, you're going to notice a change, and so will the people around you. Because anytime we work on something, even though we're doing in private, might not be telling everybody that you're doing something, But by the end of it, people start noticing. It's like, hey, I noticed this in you, or something like that. And people see the work you've done just by journaling. And I think that is really exciting for all of your people. And I'm sure, Sonya has her contact information here as well, that you can get a hold of her, and talk to her more about certain things if you get stuck with what she does and her mantra and the bee fire thing that she has set up, that it's her passion. It is something she is getting out to the world through books. And I know when you travel, I can't imagine the people that run into you, the flow that comes out of you. And because I get it when I'm just talking to you on here and I know you. So when people meet you, I'm sure they can see it. I mean, you can literally see it radiating off your face as we're chatting. What else would you like to share with people about these journals that can help them? I mean, how did you come up with your fire mantra? And why do you think it was important for everyone?
So I came up with my fire mantra to go back. So I'm in the process of doing my memoir. So my fire mantra is the things that I did to overcome my obstacles. My memoir is titled She Is Me, Defying My Life's Obstacles by Not Becoming a Statistic. Book 1, The Struggle is Real. Book 2, Smile for Me. My fire is what I did to overcome those obstacles, because and once it come out, it's a good one. That's why it's been years. I've been talking about it for 2 years, but I wasn't ready to release it. I think I'll be ready after October the 19th to release it. And so, and then, because that's God's plan after that time frame. But in my memoir, you will understand the fire. Like, for instance, when you talked about earlier in the beginning, when you was mentioning about me traveling, in my memoir, it details the reason why I travel as much as I do. And it's a reason. And I'm from Augusta, Georgia. I'm from the area in Augusta that's known as the bottom. And, literally I started from the bottom and now I'm here,
Wow.
hashtag Drake. But and so my story is a story of struggle. So from the beginning, from the very beginning, you and I had personal talks. You told me a personal story. And I'm thinking my story is similar, because my mother had me very young. And I had my oldest son very young. And so I had to be fearless from birth. I was, when you read my story, it's like from birth, from concept to present, my struggle has been real. Inspired. I had to always be inspired. I had to inspire myself, because, inspiration comes from within, motivation comes from outside. So I had to inspire myself to do what I needed to do for myself at a young age and as a young mother. And then with obstacles, I had to be resilient. So a lot of times when I was going through stuff when I was in high school, it was hurtful and it was embarrassing, but I had to put an armor of toughness around me to not even let things bother me. They did, because I'm human, but I had to bounce back from everything I had going on. Then be empowered, because you know why? Anytime somebody tell me no, it empowers me. And at the closing, I'll tell you my little thing I like to say about the no. But the no empowers me, because if you tell me no, I'm going to show you how it's yes. Because no is not my option. So the fire is me. That's why And even my kids, they was like, Mom, you really do. You don't just say fire. No, I really don't just say fire. I'm fearless, I'm inspired, I'm resilient, I'm empowered. Because you got to be
Yes.
fearless to give your child up for adoption to your grandmother so you can join the army.
Mm.
You got to be inspired to be a soldier, single parent, married, divorced, go to combat, come back, and still have half your brain cells and still
You're right.
resilient to keep bouncing back from near-death experiences. And I've had a lot of them in the last book, Stories of His Glory.
Yes.
And then I have to be empowered because I'm empowered with courage and
Yes.
determination to live my best and blessed life because God is not through with me yet.
Mm-mm.
Every day that I wake up is another day for me to do what God has for me to do
Mm-hmm.
and to live my best and blessed life. Yep. That's
I love
all.
it. Yes. Well, and each of these come out of your life story.
Yes.
And y'all, I can't wait till her memoir's done because you will. There are jaw-dropping moments. There are, I mean, and so there's pieces of all of that in these journals. Her other book as well. I mean, like I said, every time you write an anthology, you bring a little bit of that. And like you mentioned, Stories of His Glory and your story in there. And I think Dr. Pamela called it would make almost a jaw-dropping horror movie, because when you read one thing, you get done reading that, and then there's something else, and it's like, oh, what in the world? And yeah, the devil has tried to take you out so many times in your life because he knew that you had these journals for people. He knew that you were going to share this, and once you got plugged through something, that you were good, that was going to be contagious.
Yeah.
And you share it with everybody. I mean, I've slowly gotten to hear a lot of your story over the last few years with the chapters that I've seen you write, but these journals, I can't say it enough. They're going to change how you look at certain aspects of your life. Because each one of them, like I said, they're different subjects, of course, and they're going to hear part of how you were those things. And I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, I agree with your children that they are you. They are absolutely, you didn't just write these books, journals, and say, oh, well, let me help people be empowered. Let me help people be resilient. No, you went through it, and now you want to share how you did it and
Yes.
how you got through it.
Yes.
And it is an inspiration for everybody that grabs one of these journals, because they're going to, I mean, for me, I looked at my life and was like, I mean, I have my down areas in my life where I felt like, the devil was trying to take me out, whatever. But girl, he attacks you on the daily, and he
Daily.
still does. And he still does, and you're still struggling with certain things.
Yeah.
And I've always said, if the devil is taking his time to mess with you, you're doing something that God wants you to do. You are absolutely in God's will, and you are sharing all of your light out there. And he doesn't want that, because the more doom and dismay he can bring us, the better. So these journals are going to help people get past that. Maybe they're struggling through something. I mean, for me, if I was struggling with an illness, that resilience would be huge. The fearless would be huge. Anytime you're bunking up against something. So getting these and going through them, and then you have them there to pick back up when you need them. Because those stories in there, you're not just going to read once. I guarantee it. You're going to go back and read that. And like when you're struggling through something, it's a great journal to pick up and go, okay, this is my struggle. This is what I need in this struggle. Let me read this again. Let me see what I wrote down. It's going to bring out what they need for that struggle they're going through. And it's also going to help them live their lives better and just be able to spread more of it to the ones around them. And so I'm excited for everybody to get these. And I was trying to look at our time. Okay, cool. And I just encourage everybody to go get as many of them as you want. Share them with your friends and family. Send the Kindles to people so they get to start reading them. Because I think once somebody gets the Kindle and reads that story, they're like, okay, I got to have this in my hand so I can really go through, highlight stuff, and write stuff down. And we did the book, any journals that I help people with, I have them go a little bigger than a regular book. So it's a 7x10, which makes it a lot easier to write in and lay out and all of that fun stuff. So what else do you want to share with people as we wrap this up today?
I always like to close it with the one thing that I always like to say, which is, as you continue to live your best and blessed life, remember to be grateful to those who tell you no. The no will continue to force you to be, get my book, fearless, inspired, resilient, empowered to control the outcome of your own destiny. Remember that you hold the pen, and my pen is a little personalized, but you hold your pen in your hand to write the future that God has planned for you. And that is what I always like to leave with.
Yes, 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 yes. I like the pen too. That's really cool. Y'all go get these Kindles, get the book, learn more about Sonya. Go to her website, look at her link tree, see what she's all about. Follow her on social media. You will not regret following her on social media because you get pictures of so many pretty places. But I love how the no pushes you. And I agree. It's like, tell me no. Watch me. Just watch me. And I think that's great. You don't take that no as a negative. You take it as a pushing point and a prove it point. And, and we're talking about no's from people, not from God. Okay. Just to be clear, just to clarify, because anytime you go to do something amazing, there are going to be people that are close to you sometimes that look at you and go, what are you doing and why are you doing it?
Yes.
I love that your children are your cheerleaders. That makes me so happy because they see what you're doing and they know what you're doing and they know it's you and they're going to be so much better and your legacy is going to be amazing. And you are just building it book by book. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so excited for you. Y'all go get these books. And I appreciate you allowing me to help you launch these beauties. And yeah, I wish you luck in everything you do. I know you don't need it because you have God on your side, so we don't need luck. But we have God on our side, and what looks difficult with God is not that it's just it can be a breeze sometimes. There's struggles, absolutely. You've got the enemy attacking you on every side so that you can't do these things, but you push through, you get the books out, and I'm so excited to see what's next for you. I can't wait till October, and y'all will have to wait and see what's going on in October for Miss Sonya. I'm so excited. And she's leveling up. That's what she's doing in October. She's leveling up just to show another level of awesomeness and of just another beacon for God. and another way to do that. So, Sonya, I love you so much.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so much.
You are so welcome.
Thank you for. So thank you for everything.
You are welcome. I love sharing these kinds of stories. These make me happy. These are inspirational. They help people be fearless. They help people be resilient, and they empower everybody that touches them, but everybody also that connects with you. And I know nobody can walk away from you without feeling all four of these aspects. So y'all go get this Kindle, get the book too, and start a different part of your life, living it a little differently. So I'm so excited. Everybody go hold up your books one more time if you can get a hold of them. I know it's a handful because you just have a lot of books laying there. But there you go. Be fearless, be inspired, be resilient. It's a handful.
And be empowered.
And be empowered. Yes.
Yes.
They're so beautiful. Go get your copies, and y'all have a great rest of your weekend and week, and share this live, but also as Sonya posts throughout the day, share her posts. Get these books in depth, as many hands as we can. Okay. Y'all have a great day. I love you, my sweet sister. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.